How's it going, everyone? This is Yxlarb, and welcome back to my Forza Motorsport 7 series. In the last episode, we went ahead and took a little step back and just engaged in a couple of fairly short GT races. This time, I'm going to be doing something which can be seen as a throwback to my original Forza series on this channel, Forza Motorsport 4. There, Bosniancheese and I actually engaged in a collaboration video where we basically poked fun at the, kind of stereotypical Idaho muscle car guys, which of course, we are in Idaho, so that's our experience with many muscle car guys around here. And basically what that experience tells us is that they they build their cars to create over 500, 600, 700 wheel horsepower, but then don't upgrade anything else. They might upgrade the looks a little bit, but don't upgrade tires, don't upgrade suspension. They don't upgrade anything else except for the engine. Not even the transmission, just the engine. And I know, it's pretty stereotypical and probably discriminatory, but it's all in good fun at the end of the day. I respect all cars. I love muscle cars. I don't prefer them over every type of car, but they do have a special place in my heart. And that is why I am using one of my favorites, the 1969 Chevy Camaro SS. Super clean car. I love it in all black like this. Love the wheels that are on it. Speaking of, the wheels are the only thing on this car aside from, the hood, quote unquote, and the engine that have been upgraded. So the wheels are aftermarket and they are 18-inch. One size shorter than the max size you can put on this car. So that is different, but otherwise that's it. So how does the challenge work? Well, basically we are going to do just a race, just a normal race here at Suzuka, which is of course a very technical course. It is not an American course. It is not built with too much straight line speed in mind. It does have straight line sections, but really, sure, you could technically win the race there as long as you're somewhat competent in the corners. But when you have a car like this, in theory, you're not competent in the corners. So we'll see how that goes. To make this a little more fun, I have purposely not driven this car in test drive or anything else because I want to feel staggered when I drive it. I have a feeling it's going to be just ridiculous. So yeah, we're going to dive on in and I'll meet you guys here in a second. You see this, guys? I knew something was off. I started driving the car and I was like, hey, it's driving a little too nicely for what I'd expect. And sure enough, I forgot to set the tire specs to stock. Here's the thing, when you win cars for free in this game, they come fully optimized to run in their, division. So oftentimes the cars are slightly modified in order to meet those requirements. So that's why it wasn't there. So yeah, unfortunately, had to go in here and change it. But now I'll meet you guys. All right, can we just take a second and admire how beautiful this car is? It just looks so good with the blower and everything. It just looks so good. But it does have its flaws, as you will soon see. Now, here is my first real experience with the tires now set to stock. Wow, we're racing against some not great cars. We should have the straight line advantage no matter what. That's oh my god. Oh my god. Oh geez. Okay, let's see. First corner, bad brakes, bad tires, bad suspension. That's the trifecta of death right there. Honestly though, although it is hilarious, it's really not that bad. I swear, when we did this challenge back in Forza 4, the cars were just, unbearable. But here, at least there's some sort of advantage. Because it has so much power, you can really just take them in any sort of straight. Anything that resembles a straight, you have the most advantage you could have. But here we go. We got an STI pulling away from us in this section, which normally doesn't seem all that technical because you're in a car that can handle itself. But this is just something else. We have to brake in places I never thought you'd ever have to brake in any car. Oh geez. Oh geez. No. This is bad. This is bad. Get back on the track. We've got a couple of laps to get used to this idea, but wow. You see, we're We're 5 seconds plus behind now. Wow, getting into the middle of second gear there really seems to upset the car. Ooh, jeez. Wow. Wow. It just sucks. It just sucks. Anyway, no Wolfie, whatever your name. What was that? No Wolfia? I don't know what that name is. But that's okay. Doesn't really matter. God, this is not supposed to be a tough section. I thought, honestly, it would have, you know, some sort of advantage in this section even. I thought it was, like, good enough, but no. Here we are, going off the track because we're incompetent. These Japanese cars are making mincemeat of us. That's for sure. But here we are. This is where our advantage comes in. 6.6 seconds behind. Let's see where that is by the end of this. Oh, yeah. Take that. That's why I have the power I have. That's why I'm doing this. Oh, yes. Problem, we only have 4 gears, so you can only get so far. But that was good. We saved, what, like over 3 seconds just in that straight alone. So, oh no. Oh no. A terrible technical section. American cars don't know anything about this. Especially Idaho guys. They especially don't know anything about this. To be fair though, the one like major like highway to get up and down Idaho is basically nothing but windiness, so they have some sort of idea. Yeah, we got this. We got this. As long as we don't screw up too much in these sections, you know, brake early, take it easy, you should be all good. By the way, I realized I totally forgot to show you guys exactly what kind of power this thing is making. Hey, man. See you wide. And to be honest, I can't even remember. I think it's making mid 600, so like 650 or so. I just built the stock motor, so added a supercharger, that as well. Those two things have been done. Should I risk trying to see my horsepower numbers at this point? Probably not. I'll wait until it's straight away, because we are somehow in the lead in this ridiculous race, and don't want to risk losing it. Yeah, this is pretty comical. But the one thing you should know. Oh, geez. As I go off, what I'm about to say won't even be true anymore. But I was gonna say, you can like learn how to drive like this. You know, you brake early enough. You recognize your weakness in the corners, and then just absolutely abuse your discretion in the straights. You can learn to actually drive this car very well. But of course, I haven't taken the time. Wow, this corner is terrible for this car. Maybe I should have gone down to first or something. Yeah, you can see the pattern here. This reminds me of, like, you know, 1960s racing. You know, Mini Coopers versus Mustangs. You have the Mini Coopers just killing it in the corners, the Mustangs killing it in the straights. Here we are, catching up. Alright, get ready. Come on, where is, which button do I have to press to get it to pop up? I thought, do you have to be in test drive for it to pop up? I don't think so. There it is. Yeah, it looks like close to 700, 680 horsepower, it looks like is what I'm making, which is very impressive. Oh! Bad tires, bad brakes, bad suspension. Remember the trifecta of death I mentioned earlier? Yeah, it's going to be affecting us all the time. Yeah, so see, we gain like 2 seconds on that straight, only to lose, you know, roughly 2 seconds in the 2 preceding corners. Wow, that's something. Okay, get back on it. There we go. But like I said, this is something you can definitely learn. Like, here we are. We're entering the 3rd lap. I imagine I'll do much better this time, knowing my weaknesses. But let's see. Let's aim for, like, a great lap. Just a great lap. Obviously, we saved a ton of time, but that tends to happen. Alright. I was going to say it's not going too bad, but wow, in 2nd gear, they're just going so wide. Even in 2nd gear, there's not much I can do there. Like, you have to slow down to like 30 miles an hour to not have that happen. Stay in 2nd here. We are so slow in this section. This is exactly where that WRX caught us last lap, even though we were ahead. Oh no, Arm flailing tube men. They distracted me. Jeez, this is tough. So much for that perfect lap, but here we go. Where's third gear? You're my friend. There we are. I'm catching up somewhat. That's good. Down to second. Don't we go off this time here? I'm pretty sure that's where we went off last time. Oh, God. No. No. Go. Damn you. As long as we can get some sort of traction going, then I feel okay. Once we can get into late second gear, I'm usually feeling pretty good. We're 4 seconds behind now, though. Go, you. Go. You can hear me aggressively clicking left to right as I try to maintain a straight line path with this car. Wow, are we still gonna win even though we screwed up twice in the technical section? No way. I guess, oh, maybe not. We'll see. We'll see how this straight treats us. We're 2.1 seconds behind. Usually that's how much we save going down this straight. So here we go. 1.3. Wow, okay. Yeah, that's easy. That's real easy. Let's just not screw it up in this final section and we should be fine. In fact, brake early. Well, if you can call that early. That was not good. We got a 2.5 second lead. Let's see how much we lose. Already lost a second and a half. Brake early, early, early. No reason to risk it for the biscuit. Oh. Even when we're going 30 miles an hour, we still managed to screw it up. I think, honestly, even if he did pass us there, we probably would have passed him back, seeing as how we got that serious straight line speed. Oh, yeah, we ruined our beautiful paint job, which was one of the biggest appeals of this car. Now it's worthless, aside from the engine. We might as well take it out and put it in another car. Okay, so we won. We won against above-average C-Class racers. That's nothing to write home about. I think what we should do now is actually make this car respectable, and then see what we can do with it. And here she is, guys, all new and improved. Now, we are still pushing 679 horsepower, which will please the Idaho muscle car guys. We haven't taken away anything that they love. However, we have improved literally everything else. We have improved the rest of the drivetrain. You know, the transmission's all good, clutch is all good. Suspension, total overhaul. And tires, very important. Very important. Tires are race tires now. Race tires and very wide, especially in the rear. So now we've gone up from a C-Class to an S-Class. We're going to be racing against some tough cookies, I imagine. And to, you know, change things up again, we have moved the skill level back up to highly skilled now that we're not going to be, you know, driving with basically a handicap. And the assists haven't changed. So now we are going to be going to Road America, which is a traditionally American track. Again, the Idaho car guys are going to love that. They love being at home, and we've got 2 laps because it's sort of a longer track. So let's dive on in. All right, now here we are at Road Atlanta, where we should still have the advantage with a straight line speed. Honestly, even though we're going against Ferraris and Lambos and Porsches and all sorts of other things, I think we almost certainly have more power than a lot of them do. So straight line speed, we've got that covered. And now that we have more than 4 gears, we can go faster than 150 miles an hour. And now we're going to be much more competent in the corners. Let's go see if we can hold our own. All right, let's try not to have a catastrophic first corner. That's always the goal. Let's see how this thing performs now. Again, just like before, I haven't driven it yet, so... Oh. Have to shift automatically. They're going to box us out a little bit, but that's what you get. Are we going to get up into first place? No, let's stay back down. We haven't tested the brakes or anything yet, so I don't know how it performs. Oh, yeah. 10 times better. And we've only done 1 corner. Alright, Mr. Ferrari. We should have like a couple hundred horsepower more than you do. So, oop, late shift there. So he's got the acceleration right there, but let's see if that lasts for you, buddy. Let's see if that lasts for you. This is a long straight. Wow, we're actually pretty even. I wasn't expecting that. I thought we would take him for sure. I mean, it seemed like that's what was happening with everyone else. Ooh. I gotta tell you, this thing is no GT car, though. That is one thing. It's hard to switch over to regular, you know, like street cars after driving GT cars because those things brake and handle like nothing else does. But there we are. We're up into first, and it's only lap one, like not even halfway through lap one, probably. So this is awesome. Wow, this thing drives well. Go. Oh, yeah. I keep expecting it to just go ahead and go damn crazy and just spin out in these corners, but it's really holding its own. It's really well planted. And by the way, I took out all the weight as well. I basically maxed this thing out, aside from conversions. Like, you could put a bigger and more powerful engine in it, but that's basically it. I've done everything else you could do. Except for, oh shit. See, again, this is not a GT car. This is not. Any GT car in this game could have taken that corner flat out, more than likely. At least at the speed I was going, they could have gone flat out. But, yeah, you gotta remember, normal car. Normal car. And of course it looks just as beautiful as ever. I can't decide if I like having the chrome rear bumper off or not. I like having it, you know, be more black. So for that reason I like to take the chrome off. But otherwise, I don't know. Oh, jeez. Yeah. Yeah, that's a predicament. Yes, it is. Go ahead. Go around me. Go around me, man. Go around. Yeah, here we go. Got that advantage. Straight line speed. That's what we need. Do we have a 6th gear? We do. Just checking. Probably shouldn't have done that right there. Making us a little bit slower. But that's okay. Wow, these brakes are still not perfect. They're much better. They're much better. Oh, another Mr. Ferrari. I don't like Mr. Ferraris. Now, Mrs. Ferraris, those I can get on board with. We'll go defensive here. We're not going to pretend that we have Ferrari cornering prowess. But what we will pretend is that we are faster in straight lines. They know that's not the actual case, but you know, here we are. The pretend results speak for themselves. So, all right, let's see if we've mastered these brakes. See, that was too early there. Now it's probably too late overall, but that's okay. We're working out the kinks, you know, just trying to figure out what works best for us. You just never know. You know, you gotta learn the car, right? I hear my cat scratching at some cardboard out there. I don't even know where they got cardboard. Where do they bring it in from outside? They go outside of the recycling bins. They're like, whoa, this is the stuff, man. Let's bring it inside real quick. Like, what are you doing? They're always making weird noises when I'm recording. They are definitely attention seekers. That's what cats do, but you know, I've accepted that. I accepted that a long time ago, but their timing, I don't know. I don't know if they look at my calendar and they're like, all right, he's free during these times, so let's not bother him then. Let's wait until he has anything going on, then let's talk to him. All right, that must be, you know, their goal each day. That's what their agenda consists of. They fit it in sometimes, you know, whenever it works, you know, between naps and meals. Fit it in wherever they can. Actually, a couple of interesting facts. Cats actually spend, I believe, I think they said a third of their lives sleeping. So that's all. That's you know, like, that's not like too ridiculous. You know, it's, you know, basically right on par with humans. Wow, that was a bad tight corner. So that's right on par. But then they spend an additional like quarter of their lives just grooming themselves. So that's nowhere near on par with us. So they're spending, you know, like that's over half their lives just sleeping and cleaning. So, but then they do make up for it with the rest of their time where they get to relax and whatnot. So that's cool. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that cat trivia. And I hope you enjoyed that win right there, because that was cool. That was, you know, just highly skilled, right? I didn't go up to expert, and I know if I did, I would have probably had more of a tough time. That was not a perfect run. That's what happens when you don't practice with a car. Oftentimes I try to practice, you know, before a race. It's like that way I'm not a total noob, at using the car or going around the track, but that time I didn't, and that was part of it. That was part of the Idaho Muscle Car Guy Challenge, is that you build a fast car, but you never actually go racing, and then when you do, you crash. Sorry, I don't mean to promulgate this stereotype any further, but I had to a little bit just for the sake of this video. Anyway, I just want to say one more thing before closing out. You see how the next prize car there is the Peugeot 908? I don't know how you say that without, an accent. What do Americans say? Puget? Peugeot? No, you can't do it without an accent. It sounds wrong otherwise. But yeah, the Peugeot 908. Oh, I guess that's how you do it, Peugeot. The Peugeot 908, as you can see, even with my discount, I still have to spend, $850,000, and I'm shy $300,000. And if I do basically one or two more short races, I'm going to level up and not be able to afford it. So that means if I want to be able to get that car, I have to partake in a very long endurance-esque race, which, it sucks because then I'm going to get a lot of money from that, but then I'm going to go broke once I buy this car, and then the next car, knowing my luck, will be another $1 million car, and I will have gained 2 levels in that one race, meaning basically, yeah, sorry, you can't afford it, and there's nothing you can do about it. So that is a problem, but that's okay. Once I get more cars, I already have over 100 cars, but once I get more cars, there will be fewer to, collect from the milestone rewards, so that's okay. Anyway, enough ranting from me. I hope you guys enjoyed this classic challenge. It was a fun throwback. It would have been more fun if Bosniancheese was here, but, can't do every video together, right? We're both busy, and, oftentimes our free time and our schedules don't line up with each other, so it just is the way it is. So, again, stay tuned for more going forward. You never know what's going on in the next episode. I barely know what's going on next episode, so it'll be a surprise to us all. See you guys then.